Hi, I'm Kirk. Welcome to Good Enough Backyard Beekeeping. So you want to become a beekeeper and not lose your shirt. Hopefully I can show you how to do this. I've been beekeeping for several years now. I think I finally figured out how to do this without going broke. Actually, make a little money on the side. Um, I let my beekeeping business pay for all my expenses, and I want to share with you how to do that. This is not a paid for course. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe to anything. Subscribing to my YouTube channel would be nice, though. Um, I will leave the comments open because I would like to get some of your feedback. I usually don't do that because I don't want to deal with trolls and things like that. Um, but this video is for you. I do not have a title. I'm not a master beekeeper. I'm not Dr. Whoever. Um, I never even took a bee course. I learned everything by a couple of books and watched a lot of YouTube. Just ask my wife. Um, hey, I had a lot of fun doing it. I also made a lot of mistakes, but mistakes are only good mistakes if you learn from them. Do not buy everything. As one beekeeper said, stay out of the catalogs. You do not need to buy every gadget that's out there. Only buy the basics when you're starting. There are some basic things you're going to need when you start beekeeping. You're probably going to want a shed because you're going to accumulate a lot of things. Um, Beehive boxes take up a lot of room. At some point, you're going to want an extractor. You're going to need buckets or food grade pails to put your honey in. And you're going to have a lot of frames. So, shed's probably not a bad idea, but they're not cheap. Bear fence. Um, if you live in an area where there are bears, you will probably be visited by them. So you're going to want a bear fence. And if you have not been visited by them, you probably will. Beehives, that's the obvious. You need beehives. And you'll never have enough equipment. When you have one beehive, you're going to probably need enough for three. When you have three beehives, you probably need enough for six. It's amazing how these things multiply. You're going to have to buy bees. You're going to need a bee suit and you're going to need some kind of stand. Um, Personally, I like to make a lot of my own things. I found out though that buying the raw material, such as wood, and then try to do all of the woodworking, I ended up spending more money doing that than just buying unassembled components and then putting them together. You're also going to find that buying bulk is the only way you're going to save some money. And a lot of the places will not give you much of a discount if you don't buy very large quantities. So maybe you can go in with a friend or even a bee club and buy things together and then, share the cost. Learn to become self sufficient. What I mean by that is don't keep buying bees. It gets expensive. Now, I sell bees and I know they're expensive. So my first year, I only bought one hive or one nuke. I had one hive. Um, I fed it, they multiplied, and I split that hive halfway through the year. So I ended up going into the winter with two hives. Now, here's one of the most important things you can learn. Learn how to overwinter your hives. If you do that, you have bees in the springtime that you can now split. When you split these, plan on selling some of them. There's always beekeepers looking to buy bees because they haven't figured out how to overwinter them. So learn that. and you will start to become successful. My first year, I did not take any honey from the bees, and I mean nothing. The following year, I probably had about 30 pounds or so. Wasn't a lot. But I sold some bees. I sold the honey that I had, and I still wasn't making profit yet. So I go to an accountant. He helps me with my taxes, and he also helped me set up my business. He tells me that when you start a business, for the first 3 years, you don't make any money. Well, you don't make profit, I should say. You make money, but you will not be profitable. And like I said before, you buy a shed, some of the other equipment, yeah, it's expensive, but that's behind you. Now you've gotten a little bit bigger. You know how to keep bees. You know how to keep them alive. That's like the most important thing you can do as a beekeeper. Keep your bees alive. Now you can split them, sell them to other beekeepers. Now you have a source of income. Now that you have bees, you actually start getting honey. And honey's expensive. So people love raw honey. You don't have to do anything special to it. Just run it through a honey sieve. Um, doesn't need any special filtering, no processing, but you do need to buy the bottles or containers, whatever you put them in. I keep it real simple. I don't buy all the extra tools. I don't have a bottling device that helps me bottle. I literally use the honey gate in a 5-gallon pail, and I fill my bottle one at a time. It's part of the fun of being a beekeeper. I enjoy doing it actually. Thanks for sticking along so far. Um, if you've noticed, I don't have any special setup. What you're looking at is video from my computer. It's my camera is the on my computer is the camera I'm using. I don't have a script, and I do look at my notes occasionally. Okay, kind of a script. Um, what I'm hoping to do here is help you become successful at being a beekeeper. Now, I created a small business um, for a few reasons. One is I always wanted to have a hobby that paid for itself, maybe even made a little extra money. But I've had a full-time job, so my hobbies don't need to really be my business. Um, but my family would really like it if I wasn't just spending money to have fun. Um, and I'm going to try to help you also not spend your family's money to have fun. Um, so I'm going to try to create a series of videos that show you what I have done to get to where I am. Now, if you're wondering how big of a business am I, um, not very big. Um, I do this out of my house, so I do not rent a property. I don't have a special place to do my business. My bees are in my backyard. And as a backyard beekeeper, you really don't want your neighbors to know you have bees. You don't want them to be a nuisance. So part of your responsibility is to make sure that you don't cast off swarms and scare the crap out of your neighbors. Um, Swarms aren't out there to go attack people. They are out there as a part of nature to reproduce and survive. So they're actually pretty harmless, um, and they'll keep to themselves as long as you don't bother them. But beekeepers love to catch swarms. Um, Personally, uh, I don't need swarms. Um, I find that my bees do a pretty good job of reproducing all on their own as long as I can keep them under my control. instead of letting them cast off into nature. As you can see, there are many topics in beekeeping, and what I'm trying to do here, I guess the term is a blog, um, something where I can keep putting out videos. And hey, I'll test the waters with getting your comments. Um, if I find that becomes unmanageable or people get too nasty, I can turn the comments off. But I'm hoping to get your input and feedback, and maybe we can have some dialogue that helps you out. Um, so I hope you like this. Like and subscribe, and that will let me know that you actually will find this useful. And I will continue to put out videos that discuss more about how I beekeep and how to help you be successful at beekeeping also. If you're wondering about how big my business is, it's not very big. Um, at times, I am as low as 5 hives. Um, yeah, I've had some bad seasons, made some mistakes. I tried some things. And I guess the way to look at it is I found out what didn't work. I think I got that figured out now. But as much as I think I have it figured out, I just lost a bunch of hives. So a week ago, I probably had 15 hives. I think today I probably have 9. Um, some mistakes I made. I took honey and I should have fed those bees right after I took the honey. But these are mistakes that you'll learn. Um, and part of it was um, I really wasn't capable to go out and check the hives right after I took the honey. And we can talk about reasons as to why I do things or how my beekeeping has changed, but that's another subject for later. I hope you're enjoying these videos or this video. This is more of an introduction of what I plan on doing. Um, I'm going to create a series of videos over the fall, the winter, basically the off season for beekeeping. I'll be honest with you, there's really no off season. Um, I am having or I'm going through a recovery that doesn't allow me to go into my shop and go build more hardware. So every season at this time, I am assembling frames. Maybe I'm assembling a few more boxes, um, painting, um, keeping myself busy in my little woodworking shop. And I do that to keep my expenses down. And also, I enjoy it. I actually have fun doing that. And that's part of the beekeeping that I enjoy is the woodworking part of it. So, um, what I'll be doing is creating several videos to show what you need to do throughout the season um, to be a beekeeper. And I'll be talking about what you need to do as a new beekeeper to get ready for your first beehive. So, like and subscribe. That way, you'll be seeing future videos, and there'll be no cost involved, at least on my side. You're going to have to be careful on spending your own money. Like I said, stay out of the catalogs. Um, I will show you at the beginning what are the bare things you need to do to get started as a beekeeper. So, thanks for watching. Hi, I'm Kirk. Welcome to Good Enough Backyard Beekeeping.
amber is what I would call the color.
On a lawn tractor.